Hello everyone, this is Beastly Eel here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Marvel video games that are coming out, or at least have been announced. So not necessarily coming out this year, but in the future. So from obviously this year and beyond. So there are four specific games that we've heard about. Now I'm going to go with the ones we know the least amount and going on to the ones we know the most about. So the first one is apparently Skydance New Media's going to be coming out with a game that is based on Marvel. So it's going to be a story-driven Marvel game, and although there's very little that is known about it, it is supposedly developing an original story that may, emphasis on the may, feature multiple Marvel superheroes. Although very little is known about it, and so we'll have to wait to see on what happens there. Now this one, because there's so little known about it, I imagine that we're not going to know anything until probably the end of the year. Even a title at this point, because who knows what's going on with that. But apparently it's made by the same director that worked on Uncharted is going to be a part of this. So possibly see something very similar to maybe Spider-Man, possibly more Daredevil-like. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. I mean, like I said, for all we know, it could be anything. But gives us something to look forward to or get us excited about. So, the next one on this list is Marvel's Wolverine. Now, things that have been confirmed about this so far. So, apparently, they have announced that this Wolverine game will be set in the same universe as Marvel's Spider-Man game. So, the other thing, too, is this is supposedly based on the location that they're going with. They're going to be in the place where Falcon and Winter Soldier went to. It's kind of like that, pretty much that free area. Basically, there's no rules there. So we're going to see him be him. I'm assuming it's going to be rated M for mature, because with Wolverine, let's be honest, he's a brutal killer. And so I imagine it's going to be the same thing here. But the other thing we know, too, is this is going to be exclusive for PlayStation 5. So there's not going to be any PlayStation 4 version of this game. The other thing, too, is we're going to be seeing, I would assume, similar gameplay as with Spider-Man. Obviously, it's going to be different because Wolverine fights in a very different way. But I imagine it's got to be very similar. But, like everything else, we're going to have to wait and see to get more information on this. But at least there's a little bit known about it. We had that little bit of a trailer where he pretty much killed everyone in a bar. So we'll have to wait more on what's going on. So the next one on this list is Marvel's Spider-Man 2, which is slated to release in 2023. So already two games have come out, which was Marvel Spider-Man, which I did enjoy, and the spin-off Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, which I have not yet played. They're both set in the same open world of New York setting. They focus on obviously two different versions of it, but apparently we're going to see in Marvel Spider-Man 2, these two both are going to be playable in the sequel, which is excellent. We're also going to be having two villains that have been officially announced, which one we knew about right from the trailer, which was Venom. And now we know that Kraven, the Hunter, is going to be a part of it as well. So it's definitely going to be nice to see this game come out, mostly due to the fact that we're going to probably see more of the villains that we didn't get to see in the first games, and also get to see some great story too, because I know for a fact the stories themselves have just been great. I mean, Marvel Spider-Man, the first one, was incredible. The DLCs, but the main story was awesome, I have to say. I personally enjoyed it. Looking forward to seeing what they do with the sequel, and also very interested to see Kraven the Hunter and Venom in the next game. And who knows who we're going to see in the sequel as well. We could see some returning characters, but we'll have to wait and see. Not much more is known about it. We're probably going to know more as time gets closer to the end of 2022. But this one has the most amount of information, at least that's going to come out in 2023. Now, the final game on this list has been talked about a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. I talked about it in my last 30-day challenge as well, and there's just a lot going on overall, and that is Marvel's Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns, yes. So this game is definitely weird because it's got you playing as a character called Hunter, sorry. And in this, we also see a bunch of characters overall, but there you get to like basically, how do I put this? You basically come in to the fact that you are this character and you get to customize it. So everything you get to do is basically exactly that. You get to customize this character, and apparently you can somehow like become fans with some of the heroes to get boosts, which I'm not quite sure how that works necessarily, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. So it seems to be it's going to be some sort of role-playing game, but it's definitely going to be interesting. So apparently, the hunter has a choice of over 40 different powers. Not much is known about it other than that. It's a tactical role-playing game. So obviously, there's going to be some, you know, some specific upgrades for each character that you get to decide, I would imagine. And so they are from multiple Marvel comic properties, such as Midnight Suns, Avengers, X-Men, and Runaways. So along with this, we also have a roster of very different Marvel characters. So characters you're going to be able to play with or play as include Iron Man, Captain America, Wolverine, Spider-Man, Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Blade, Ghost Rider, Magic, and Nico Minro. So, and it's also going to be a turn-based thing as well. Interesting overall. I don't know how I feel about it. It's going to be one of those where we're going to have to wait and see how it goes. And you're always only going to have 3 heroes that are able to go into battle and fight. So it's going to be interesting to see how you combine those characters and everything else. And also, do you upgrade them as you go? And is it permanent? A lot is known, but also a lot is not known as well. And we also know we're going to be facing some powerful creatures as well. So we're going to be having Lithium, the mother of the demons. We're also going to have Shithan as a part of this as well. Both very powerful demons. She plays a bigger role than he does, or at least it looks like it in the actual trailer. And it looks like she corrupts multiple characters inside the Marvel universe. So we see the Hulk, we see Venom. I think that was all I remember seeing. The others, I wasn't quite sure exactly who they are. But that being said, we're going to be facing some of the other heroes as well, possibly villains also. So it'll be interesting to see what happens overall. I'm probably going to get it, to be honest with you, just to see how it is. But I'm not super, super excited about it. It's not like Spider-Man, which I'm super excited about. This one's kind of just like, it's there. I'll probably play it. And who knows? I might really like it so much that I think it's amazing. But right now, based on what I've seen, it's kind of just right now, the ones that I'm most excited about, Spider-Man for sure. Because I just know that the first Spider-Man was so good that if they keep most of the same things in the second one and just upgrade it slightly, I think it will be a great game. And if they keep the storyline as good as it was in the first one, probably an amazing game right there. Wolverine, I'm excited for, but there's so little known about it because it can't be such a huge open world like Spider-Man because it'll be so hard for him to get around. Because with Spider-Man, even though it's a big map, his web swing gets you around rather quickly, overall. With Wolverine, it's going to be a lot tougher, and also just a lot's going on with that, and who knows how far he'll be able to go. And again, it's not to say he couldn't physically do it. It's just a matter of, as a gamer, is it worth the time for your character going from one side of the map to the other? But hey, you also have, games like um, Grand Theft Auto, where they do the same thing when you just steal a car and get from one side of the map to the other. So I guess it is possible, and it could work. I'm just a little skeptical right now because we know so little about it. So hopefully we'll know more. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Which Marvel video game are you looking most forward to? Let me know in the comments below and why. As always, if you like the content you see, please like and subscribe below. Other than that, this is going to be Beastly Eel signing out. Have a great night.